I'm Dr. Stephen Duncan, Director of Fine Arts at GISD. And today I've brought here a very small version of the harp to show you. This is a 4-octave version, not nearly as tall as the great harps that stand in the concert hall. No pedals at the bottom to change the notes. The only thing you have here is 4 octaves of what amounts to the white keys of the piano. You can only play in one key. It is a plucked string instrument. There's no bow being used to drive the string. The fingers pluck. Opposite sides of the strings can be plucked. And you may be able to tell from where you're seeing that there are red strings and there are blue strings. And students often ask me, why are there red and blue strings, Dr. Duncan? Well, it's because back in the old days, we used 2 lines in music to tell us what was going on. They drew a red line, and every note that was on that red line was a C. They drew a blue line, and every note that was on the blue line was an F. And all the other notes in between were whole steps. So you went C to D to E. Those are all whole steps. You went F to G to A to B. And all of those were whole steps. The note beneath the C and the note beneath F are both half steps. Here you have C, B natural, just a half step, back to C. And F, down to E. If you take both of those, you take the B and the F, and you resolve by the half step, you have a sound very, very familiar to every person. Some of the fundamentals of Western music. Take those half steps and resolve in the right way. 4, which is the F, goes down to 3. 7 goes up to 1. And between 1 and 3, you've implied the tonic chord. The harp is related to the guitar in that it's a plucked string instrument, but it is dissimilar to the guitar in that for every note on the harp, there has to be a string. There's no way of changing the length of the string on the original types of harps. Some modern harps have pedals down at the bottom so that you can change all of the B's, all of the A's, all of the C's at the same time. You can go either up a half step or down a half step. But this one, the old-fashioned kind. Perhaps an Irish minstrel would have played a song on a harp like this back in the ancient days. So it was an Appalachian song instead of an Irish song. You get the idea. It's a very pretty sound. It's almost impossible to play something unpleasant on the harp, even if you just grab whole handfuls of the strings. You make sounds that people like. If you know a little bit about what you're doing and you can play 1, 3, and 5, C, E, and G, F, A, and C, G, B, D, and F, back to C. It's a delightful sound. It's a lot of fun to play on harp and to play just things that sound nice. To the minor. Now the harp is made up of several pieces. You have what amounts to a stick here and a stick here. This one's made out of plywood, so it's made in one large piece. But here at the bottom you have a box. And the whole purpose of that box is to amplify the sound of the string vibrating, just like the box on a guitar does. It makes the sound louder. The longer the string, the lower the sound. The shorter the string, the higher the sound. Now we do cheat a little bit and make the strings just ever so much thicker as we get lower, which also lowers the sound to some degree. At the top, we have tuning pegs, which allow us to tighten and loosen the string to get exactly the right pitch. All in all, a very ancient and a very delightful musical instrument, the folk harp.